Okay, now I'm going to draw one right up here someplace. It's going to be floating in space. I think it'll be another 2 by 2, but it'll be farther back here somewhere. So let's say I want it to be right about in this area somewhere. So I'm going to use the side wall and the floor in order to locate it. So let's say that it's, I'll say right here we'll define the bottom floor grid of where that cube is going to be floating. And let's see, this is corresponds with if I follow these rows to the wall, and I follow those 2 rows up here like this, I'm going to make it line up with the top of the grid of the wall over here. Okay, so I'll start with some vertical lines from the floor. Okay, and then follow that along to the edge. It's going to be right there, so my horizontal will come out from the wall from there, and then 1, 2. It's a 2 by 2. Bring that out like that. Okay, and I've defined the front face. Now I've defined the front face of a 2 by 2 by 2 cube floating in space above this place right here on the floor. I've only defined the front face. Now I've got to define the back face. So here it's going to be a little tricky because it's pretty well foreshortened. So I'm going to count back to the back corner of the floor that corresponds with the cube itself. Bring up a vertical like so. Count back on the other side to that intersection. Bring up another vertical like that. And now I've got to find out where the back edge of that is located. Well, since all orthogonals go to the vanishing point, I just start at my corners and I draw orthogonals to the vanishing point. So hopefully you can see it. It's a little bit light. So vanishing point, front corner, line back. Okay, vanishing point, front corner, and a line back. Vanishing point right here, bottom corner, draw a line back, and then repeat for the final corner. And now that I've got these drawn, I am still drawing transparently, so I want to find out where my front verticals and my back verticals intersect those orthogonals. So here's my back vertical coming from the back. It intersects the bottom right there. So just take a horizontal line and draw it across. All the drafting was perfect. The back horizontal that intersected with this back vertical should match on both sides. And it looks like it kind of does. And then at the same thing inside the cube at the top, if the back intersection should match on the other side as well. And it almost does. It doesn't quite. And it's my draft. If my pencil were thinner, it probably would. So now I've got a nice cube here floating. And I'll just darken up those lines a little bit. I've got a cube floating in space. So I've got one here, I've got one here, I've got one here. So that's 3. I've got 4 more to go. Compositionally, I think I'd like to see something here. Probably something here. Definitely something over here. Possibly something here. So anyway, that's the procedure. It's pretty straightforward. Maybe we'll do one more hanging off the wall here. Pretty easy. I'm going to do another, maybe a 2 by 2. Send that out like that. Send that one out like that. Okay, find out where that's attaching to. It's this area right here. Then I'm going to bring, it's 2 by 2, so 1, 2. Bring a vertical up like that. And here's another horizontal, intersecting with that vertical. And so that matches with that. The back is back here, so 1, 2. Bring a vertical up from the back of that cube. Go to the vanishing point from the front corner, like so. Same with the bottom corner. And then just darken up my back lines. If all the drafting was correct, then this next horizontal that I draw to define the back top edge should work. And it seems to. Okay, one more right here. Maybe this will be a little cube, like a 1 by 1, and I'll put it, sort of put it in front of this one. So it'll be 1 by 1 defined by this square. Okay, so 1, start with the front. To get my height, I'm just going to count over to the corresponding wall, which is right here. And there's the 1 square height. Let's bring that over, darken it up. It's right up against this cube, so here's my other vertical. There's the vanishing point. Draw back to the vanishing point and intersect. And this goes to the vanishing point. And then connect up the back lines. So, there we go. That's the process. Easy as pie, right?